It's time for us to get into Wellness Central, where we talk all things health, healing, and holistic lifestyle or living. This morning, we're diving into a subject that is very personal to Ms. Appeal, and some of you. Well, and of course, many of us would rather avoid this discussion like Ms. but it is important. It is until we feel that first creak in our knees or that stubborn ache in our lower back. Tell us about it. Yes, we're talking about growing older, and more specifically, the physical toll that starts to show up from the age of 40 and beyond. From neck stiffness to back pain, joint inflammation to postural fatigue. Many adults begin to notice their bodies complaining more than they ever used to.
Yeah, it's the check engine light. It's always on.
The oil is on. The light is on.
But is this decline inevitable is what we're asking this morning. Or are there ways to slow it down or even maybe reverse some of the pain? Because I know I need it. So joining us to unpack this topic is Dr. Muftiah Jokomba, a doctor of physical therapy with years of experience helping adults improve movement, manage pain, and age with grace. And I bless you with it, Judith. Because I think age is a blessing we should all be blessed with.
Dust it up.
And it comes with the pain.
You want it. You want it.
Not the pain. The age,
The aging part.
Gracefully. Don't put up with your pain.
Exactly. That's what I'm here for, girl.
Yeah.
So 40 is that place. It's like hitting 100,000 miles in your Toyota. You're like, okay, now we got to slow down.
Things started feel things a little bit more.
And it's always the joints, it's always the knees, it's always the back. It's these things, coupled with our lifestyle here in Nigeria, especially if you have extreme ones like I do, it becomes a very big worry.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, it's extreme.
She's trying to play you a little bit.
So how can we manage this once we are approaching 40, when we're 40, and after 40?
So my biggest thing is you don't want to wait till you're 40 till you start doing things. Because just like your car, before the check engine light comes on, you want to go do your oil change. You want to make sure things are running properly. You want to tune it up. So the earlier you can get started, the better. You start to feel things more at 40 because at that age, our body just naturally...
How would you know? But go on.
Do you know how many patients I've had?
No, it's his age thing. He always carries it in his chest.
You understand?
What you were saying, so we don't wait till we're 40.
You don't want to wait till you're 40.
What exactly do we do?
You want to start doing things like moving more. So our body is meant to move. A lot of times we don't realize because we spend a lot of time sitting, especially in this day and age, we sit a lot. We spend a lot of time just being static, but our body is literally made to move. So the more you move, the more lubrication you can get in your joints, the less pain you can eventually have.
Oh, specifically, Judith, this is my interview.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you in, but
when I tell you.
the producer just before we started said, I would like this to be a very experiential type of conversation. And I caught your sob, Matthew. I know you're talking about me. So allow me ask most of the questions.
Please.
Backache,
Okay.
lower backache.
Absolutely.
Is the bane of our existence.
Yes.
I and Matthew. How do we ward off as we approach 40 or manage after 40 back pain?
Okay, so let's back up a little bit as to even why we get that. Our body, the way it's structured, unfortunately, our lower back carries most of the brunt of our weight. From the below, gravity is pulling you down, and then you're walking. So the middle, especially the lower back, is like the middle part of your body, and that just holds most of our pressure.
And if you have a rotund stomach,
Exactly.
it's even worse.
Now, unfortunately, our back muscles are very, very small, so they don't do a lot in supporting us, and that's why it's important to get your core muscles as strong as possible. Why do you get the pain? We have these little thins, my mentor likes to call it jelly. It's like in between your vertebrae, and the thinner it gets, the more pain you start to feel.
Oh.
That's just natural. The older we get, the more stress we put on our bodies, especially people that carry things on their heads a lot. It's a lot of weight that you're driving down through your body. Now, how do you kind of subject that to manage that pain? You want to start doing some movements, back stretches, core exercises, back exercises.
But these are not strenuous, are they? I'm concerned.
No. I was going to say that if you, I know you're the doctor, but if you have very weak core muscles and you start to exercise, which is your ab, your core, you start to feel the pain in your back at first. But the stronger you get with exercising the core, the better your back the
all right,
feels.
Dr. Judith.
I know.
Let her speak. Go ahead.
Do you know,
Go
like
ahead.
we always, we always work.
Yes.
So I remember when I first started exercising, that was the very first thing. Like whenever it's time for us to do combos, I'm like, get me out of this dump. I can't do it
That's
no
the
more.
one
Like,
you
it's too much.
need.
But the more I kept doing it, the more it felt better. I could balance more and do, and it felt much more better. But stretch is very important. You gotta stretch after because it's tight.
I feel like I'm being lectured by the two of you, but I'll take it.
We're trying to help you.
Thank you. It's a bit too late because I experienced. Oh, and that's the thing. So I already have these issues.
Right.
Lifting up my back the other day, ding! That was the end. I was out for 2 days. Now, how do I manage that? What kinds of movements? I wish you were here in your slack so you could actually stretch out. But what kinds of movements can we employ?
Okay, so you want to start doing things. A big one I like to tell people before you even get out of bed.
This is managing it now.
Absolutely. Okay. Before you even get out of bed in the morning, you want to do a lower trunk rotation. So you're laying flat on your back, your knees are bent, and you're just moving your legs side to side.
Yep.
What that does is it just gives both sides of your back a little bit of a stretch. And I like to tell people, no pain, no gain. I really, really hate that phrase. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Finally, I don't know why they say that thing.
It's not. Pain is a signal from your body that something is wrong. Now you can touch pain, you can feel pain, because a lot of times when you're in that range, it's because that's kind of where you need to be working at. But don't push through it. That it's because it's hurting, so that means I'm doing something right. No, touch pain, feel pain. But when you get to the point of that pain, stop. Then go back. Then go back and forth, back and forth. And like Judith was saying, you want to work on your core muscles. So your ab muscles kind of wrap around towards your back. It's kind of like a brace. The stronger you can get that brace, the more support you can get throughout your entire structure.
Oh, boy.
I was going to ask, right?
Yes.
A lot of people would talk about the knee. You know what I mean? Like, because we're trying to get the glute muscles, the maximum type.
Make it look good.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're scoring the gym. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing our weighted
That's
squats.
absurd.
That's mine too, I'm not going to lie. I'm in the gym. I pop those squats.
Woo, baby! So we're out there, like, we're getting here, but the knees are tight, right? And so, but then I also do have like ankle pain, which is from years of accident in the first leg, the second leg. Dislocated the first ankle, broke the second one, right? So yeah, it's a lot. So I am it's been, I think, a lifetime imprisonment of taking, vitamins. So there's glucosamine, there's calcium, there's magnesium, there's all of this that I'm taking, which eases the pains, right? But I still need to stretch. And myself and my producer, Matthew, was having that argument about whether or not you should be taking more vitamins, like calcium and everything. And it was like, multivitamin industries, they're scammers, they're just money-making ventures that they don't really work until he was told otherwise. Just want you to sound the alarm about how it's important, to sort of take vitamins, but most importantly, vitamins that aid in bone health.
Right. So the vitamins, it's kind of like a thing. The older we get, our body stops producing things the way it really should. So that's why you want to start taking additional supplements to help you aid that. Now, in terms of bone health, I don't like medicine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, doctor.
I'm a physical therapist, so I'm sorry. I like to get things from natural products. So when you start eating your veggies, things like your spinach, and the Nigerian diet consists of so many naturally good things that we don't even realize how much goodness we put into our body, like eforiru. So much nutrients. Egusi melon is an amazing, amazing source of protein, an amazing source of antioxidants to help you kind of support those things. Okay. So yes, if you're inclined to take multivitamins, calcium, magnesium, all the things that help you with your bone health and your joint health, go for it. But if you're someone like me, you're not really into that, then you want to lean towards more the natural things. Okay. Now, in terms of your knees, I like to tell people a lot of times our body mechanics, meaning how we're doing the exercises we're doing, matters a lot. So you might not be actually having the pain you're supposed to, maybe just the way that you're doing it. And sometimes that's why it's good to get a trainer. That's why sometimes it's good to consult a physical therapist or watch videos.
All right. So my next question is, would you be my trainer? Joking.
I got you.
I'll
send you my girl.
I'm not there.
So now, 40 aches and all of that, I'm wondering, I've lost my train of thought here.
Do you want me to jump in?
Please jump in.
Since
you can still do the jumping.
I love it. I really do. Mobility is another issue that we have, right? And when I mean by mobility, I mean like sedentary lifestyle.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
That's it. That's where I was going.
Sedentary lifestyle. Like, the truth of the matter is that our jobs are hectic, right? We never find the time. People see us behind the screen.
Let me help you there. We've been sat on this chair for an hour and 42 minutes.
We haven't moved
at all.
Yeah.
So when you factor that in, I think you're trying to say,
and just myself. And then also, besides just being on screen, there's also the other part where you're sitting down doing the production work as well. And then there are people who have day jobs where they have to sit at 8 hours at their job. Those who are drivers who have to drive, the ride-hailing apps or the just sitting down. And the older you get, the more the hustle becomes tighter.
Absolutely.
So there is not enough time to be mobile in terms of like walking, stretching. By the time you're home, you just want to, slop down like a huge, chunk of ebony and just go to bed. So how then can you find time to be mobile, that mobility that we need? Yeah.
So I do this thing called the Pomodoro technique. I didn't come up with it. It exists.
Pomodoro.
Yes, Pomodoro. And essentially what it says is for every 25 minutes of sedentary work or focused work that you're doing, take 10 minutes to move around to kind of help you refresh. Because even the way the brain works, scientifically speaking, we can only focus on something for about 25 to 30 minutes before our brain starts to drift. So even while you guys were sitting here doing a little commercial break, you could walk around.
Commercial? I'm not doing it. I'm doing it right now.
Come on, walk around, stretch around a little bit. Same thing if you're working at home, you're on a computer. Some people, they do like a standing desk where they kind of stand and move around. If you can't afford to step away at your desk, do some knee touches, some toe touches, some little side-to-side twist. I do this thing where they're called move with Mufti exercises, and they're about 2 to 3 minute worth of exercise stretches that you can literally do anywhere. If you're in a car, you're on a bus, you're sitting sedentary. It's just movements you can do while you're sitting, while you can kind of stand. If you have just like a little minimal amount of space, and that's how you incorporate it into your life. I feel like people think mobility of, I have to set out this hour section of my life.
To exercise and like go for
Not
walks. 10K steps, my mom go work, I have to walk my dog,
Find ways to incorporate into your daily life.
Let me incorporate something else into this that involves your world of travel, because I know you travel a lot. Coming from off of Judith's question about our sedentary lifestyle here in Nigeria and the jobs that we do and how the hustle limits our mobility.
Right.
You've been to different cultures.
Right.
Of these cultures, which would you say is the best culture that suits people who are approaching 40, in their 40s and after 40s when it comes to their physical health?
Swedes.
Yeah, they're Europeans. They walk around a lot.
Swedes.
They walk around a lot. Americans,
Wanda.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not gonna touch on it. But people in Europe, because of the way their life is set up, they go on trains a lot. They're moving around a lot. So that's why a lot of Europeans, like aesthetically as well, they look better. They approach because they just move around a lot better. Nigerians, we also do a little bit well.
Yeah, but so that's where I'm going, because our lives, Judith, we're hustling. We're out there from CMS to Oride to we're jumping buses, but still we have these issues, and then people in these cultures, like the one you've just given a sample, don't. So what are we doing different?
I think our thing is we're not being intentional, right? Because let's say I have to go and catch a bus somewhere now. If I'm not really in a rush, I'm not going to be walking actively.
The sun is hot. Also, people will be catcalling you as they're walking. Have you looked at yourself? You know what I mean?
I couldn't tell you.
Fine girl.
Madam, fine girl, mama.
We're still discussing physical therapy, just so you remember.
I walk on the road. I don't know, the town planning is not, I don't know. And if you go to all the European cities, the streets are lined, the pavements are lined with, trees, and they're designed in a way where it suits the environment. When it's summer, there are trees, it's shady. When it's, when it's winter, the grounds are heated up, there's steam. So there's all of that, but we don't have that here. So
very unfortunate, but it's a matter of you're going to use what you have.
Umbrella.
You can change Nigeria.
I used to wear umbrella.
If that's what you need to shade yourself, then do that. If it's maybe you go out a little bit later in the evening, if you don't have somewhere that you need to be, then do that. Of course, you want to be safe, because I also understand there are the aspects of safety, but the more you can kind of move around, the more you can find ways to incorporate this into your life and just find what works for you. essentially where you want to be.
I gotta ask you a question, Ms. Zeno,
ma'am.
forgive me.
Okay.
I got an issue, baby.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because of the junk.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I had an issue. I don't know if it's because of the junk in the trunk. You know what I mean? But if I stand for too long, my back is out.
That's everyone.
Finally,
That's
I
everyone.
said, I mean,
It's that same pressure I just told you about. You're standing,
standing,
the pressure
you know,
coming up,
yeah.
gravity is pulling
It
you
has
down.
nothing to do with the weight of the junk.
The weight also applies to it, because
I
I'm
know
sure
that's right.
you know, because when you're carrying more, your body has to. But then that's when, unfortunately, you have to do the exercises more. You have to strengthen your muscles more so they can support all the junk that you're having.
Thank you.
I got you.
That was very affirming.
So my final question would be regarding gender now. Is it
Okay.
any different wherever you find yourself, whether male or female or transitioned? Is it any different, these aches that we feel, especially backaches and knee aches? And what are the contributing factors to why it's different?
So, unfortunately, women, we kind of experience it a little bit worse. Statistically speaking, women are more prone to things like osteoporosis. We're more inclined to things like sarcopenia, which is like the degrading of your muscles as you get older. So women, you need to kind of focus on your things a little earlier than the average man would. Now, this is not saying that men shouldn't also focus on it, but because of the natural, and even if you're transitioned, your hormones are still your hormones. You can't change.
Yeah,
biological
because
makeup of your
naturally
body.
it is what it is. Yeah.
So women, we do tend to, and that's why you want to do more of your vitamins as a woman.
Yeah, started quite
Do more
early,
exercises. So the earlier you start for men and women, the easier it is. But
All right.
Right.
I'm glad that you came over today. I'm glad that you're saying this so the
for
producers
having
and
me.
everybody hears, because I think I'm too sedentary. So I'm taking
Let's
a
move
break.
around a little bit. Exactly.
I'm
Where
letting you guys
Touch
your toes, touch your toes.
Not right
Bend your
now.
knee.
Not right now.
Do some scoops.
No, that would be very, very risky. Something broke.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. What do you think about proteins? As now this whole buzz, taking in more protein as opposed to fibers. Whatever happened to us taking fibers? Do you think that more consumption of protein will aid in retaining
Absolutely.
muscle?
Our body, muscles is protein.
Yeah.
It's meat.
Okay.
So the more protein you can intake, the better.
Dr.
Mufti.
Thank you so much.
It's been grand.
It's been
It's
wonderful.
An absolute pleasure.
Yes, indeed. So if you're out there approaching or at or after 40, especially if you're female, maybe you should start earlier than the rest of us who
If
have
you want to call my name, call my
we
name.
found ourselves there. If you have a thing with gravity, yeah, you should take the doctor's advice. Thank you very much.